Ooh, they're doing a Demetri K.
I would. My parents wasn't paying $50,000 for me to go.
That's starting the student union.
Yeah, but why not take that $50,000? Like it says, say, we'll have 10 of you. How much does that come up to? You know what I'm saying? Do the math. That's a lot of money. You have 10 of you. Go start your own school.
Right. Wait. I have something just came in. Everybody, if you're by your radio or you're listening on your phone or whatever, get ready. My mom has just chimed in.
Hey, Mrs. Malloy, what's happening?
Yes. She says that back pay will be taxed at a higher rate if given all at once and with a regular pay period. So mom is looking at the money she's going to lose.
Right.
Because it's going to be taxed at a higher rate.
Right. True, because they'll get it all at once.
Exactly.
Wow. Break mine off in segments. Right. Okay? No, but that's a good point. A lot of people aren't thinking about that. And then, I already say, here's the thing. The charter school is taken from the public schools. Eventually, there will be no school. The Catholic schools are broke. And being from the city, I smell a scam. Umar. So you're saying that Dr. Umar is a scam. Okay. Well, what about other people who are trying to start schools? Because I'm friends with a few people on my timeline that have schools for black kids.
Yeah, I think the Catholic Church is going broke because of all those scandals they got to pay out.
That's Donovan's church.
They got to pay those out.
And Marcus says, which to me begs the question, why are we fighting so hard to stay here when we have the wealth and power off to a strongly support a good argument for leaving here and building our own. Well, I mean, that is a good argument, but a lot of people like the Donovan, they don't want to what? We don't want to go to Africa and do what? Leave this what?
Oh, we leave this good white man? Where you going to find a better house than you do here?
Right.
The way they treat us here.
A lot of people just don't want to do that. Why? It's bad here, but it ain't that bad.
Right.
I mean, I might get called in there every once in a while, but
but those S-hole nations over there, no, we don't want to go over there.
Right, shithole nations.
Yeah, shithole nations.
If the president can say it, we can say it too.
Gotcha,
okay,
gotcha.
And Earl, but no, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Marcus. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to leave, and that's the thing here. We ain't gonna leave America, but we ain't trying to fix what's going on with us here in America.
No.
You know why? Because not just even the black people, but just it feels good to complain.
Yes, we bought in. We didn't sell out. We bought in.
Yeah, it feels so good to complain. Oh my gosh, you're just treating us so bad. Look at them. Like I rarely even post that stuff, you guys, anymore. Of the racism that goes on with us. I don't even like to post it anymore because it's like, okay, that's never, ever, ever, ever going to change.
Well,
but what we can change is how it affects us. Nobody else. And when I say nobody else gives away the amount of money that we do in the black community. Nobody. And
the perfect suckers because we produce nothing.
100% consumers. We are the largest consumers in the world. I saw another meme.
Very sad.
I don't often go by memes, but when the memes are true, I take heed to them. And it says that people are always saying that there's no money in the hood.
Bull.
But then why are all these Asians and everybody else coming into the hood if there's no money there?
Exactly.
There's money somewhere.
Why is the gentrification happening in our neighborhood?
Yes. So it's not that there's no money in the hood. It's just that we don't keep the money in the hood to benefit the hood. We give all of our money to everybody else and then sit and suffer. Mm-hmm. And then, when the food stamp program, God forbid, runs out.
We'll be doing that show in about a month.
You stupid. I hope not. I wanted to do this challenge. Okay. Go to your local corner store challenge.
Okay.
And see if they'll give you some credit. To get you a bag of groceries on some credit. I said credit, y'all, not credit. Credit.
Man.
That's the challenge we're going to put out because everybody's good right now because they got their advance in February. The February's food stamp portion in January, they got it early. So God forbid the shutdown is still going on. Let's issue that hashtag, go to your corner store challenge and see if Wong Lee and them, and I'm not being racist because there's some Wong Lees out there, will give you some credit, some groceries to feed your babies. Let's see if that'll happen. Well, I'm going to start that challenge. Because listen, I stocked up on my beans and rice. Not that I'm getting food stamps, but God, if I did.
Right. Now I just got a quick announcement. I have to say this on your show. I know you don't want to. The Rams have beat the Saints. They are headed to the Super Bowl. And I'm saying that's because LA has not had a professional team in over 20 years. And both teams did very, very, very well. So my mom, the family listening down in New Orleans and down in New Roads, sorry. I'm just going to say it.
Earl says, let me go back. He says, it's really bad out here. Where are you going to really put your child at in Brooklyn? Ranked really bad. I mean, well, what about homeschooling your kids? Because I always say Brooklyn. This. I love Brooklyn. I didn't mean to cut off your football comment, but we ain't talking football.
I know, we ain't talking football.
And I don't even want to get into Gladys Knight, you guys. I swear for God, but we're going to talk about Gladys Knight.
Don't talk about my girl Gladys now. She has a gambling problem.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
Okay, right, okay.
But why not homeschool? Because I always say the school, like the entity of school with the teachers and stuff, they're supposed to be in addition. And Amanda, you're a school teacher. I don't know if you're still on here, but that's supposed to be an additive to what you're already teaching your kids when they leave home. If they shouldn't go to school and learn everything there is to know about themselves. I mean, they should go
socialization.
To school. Yeah, socialization, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. I mean, they should know all of that. And then go to school and learn the stuff you can't teach them. But I agree. I mean, we need to figure it out. It's like, listen, I don't watch TV at all, you guys, and I read a lot. I read a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff unfold that I don't think we're cognizant of. A lot of this stuff is coming down the pipes really fast for Black people.
Didn't I tell you Trump was going to make the hood great again?
Yeah, he's just cutting us off. Trump is going to make the hood great again, and not because he's doing it on purpose, but forcing Black people to really take a look in the mirror and say, "Gosh, everything that was been our safety net
is being taken.
It's being taken away." And I think it's by design. Did we talk about this on the show last Tuesday? Where it could be, and somebody else might have said this too, it's like a litmus test. Let's see how far we can push people.
Push it, right.
They'll adapt eventually. Eventually people will adapt to, okay, we took away these programs.
That's exactly what Trump said. The federal workers, they'll adapt.
But people do. People will adapt. Out here in California, the gas up until a couple months ago
$4 almost.
And shit somewhere $5.
Yeah, $5.
A gallon.
Good gas.
And people, gas. But people adjust.
And they were still filling their tanks up and going to work.
When it was time to vote against the gas tax,
they didn't do a thing. Didn't bust a grape.
People didn't vote against the gas tax. So we got 12 cents a gallon on every gallon that we buy.
So,
Additional. But people complained about it.
And a refinery didn't blow up.
Right. There was no major catastrophe that happened. And so
to justify the keeping it high.
Yeah. So at some point in time, we're going to have to realize nobody's coming to save us. But to your point, I mean, I think it's just, let's see what they'll adjust to. But
that's what's going on.
The other point, the upside of that though is, if you guys, I know you guys don't remember the Great Depression because you weren't there, but historically speaking.
But you were there at the Great Recession in 2007.
Right. But what happened during the Great Depression and shortly after? It produced what?
What?
The most millionaires.
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
the Great Depression produced the most millionaires. You know why? Because even during the Great Depression, there weren't any social programs. That didn't come until the 1930s during the New Deal. But it forced people to say, okay, jobs have gone away. We got to create our own stuff. And so it created a lot of millionaires.
Right. But at the same time, they also put in rules for Wall Street so that the crash wouldn't happen. And a crash did not happen until 2007.
Right.
When under the Bush administration, they removed the rules.
Except for people didn't jump out of windows as much that we know.
Right, as much that we know.
Right. Okay, and then so Earl says your mom is right about them getting the lump sum of money and going to tax them. And that could be the ultimate scheme, too.
Yes. I mean,
we're going to make more money.
Yeah, they're getting us anywhere they can get us.
Right, and Marcus says, fact is, it really is that bad and it's going to get worse. The sad thing is white people know eventually we will have to make a move, which is why they are investing heavily in Africa. Africa. They will be able to employ our ass with bullshit jobs when we get there. So it's going to be like, here I am.
Yep. Out of the frying pan into the fryer.
I'm not laughing because Marcus, I didn't think about that. Here we are. We're on the Black Star Line. We're going over there back to Africa. And then we get to the shore and it's like, hello there.
And you got to remember, they don't like us while we're in our own country. When we get there.
But he's right, though. It's like when back in America, or like we're in America, but when everybody was staking their claim to land and stuff, that's what's going on there in Africa. And the sad part is even the Africans aren't stopping them. They're like buying into it. Well, yes. Yeah, sure.
Yes, absolutely. Right. You know, even my mom, I mean, she's so damn tired of Trump. She was talking about getting the hell out of this country. She said she's going to Africa somewhere.
Tell her, don't leave without us. Yes. Okay? Don't leave without us.
And Muttley, you got to bring the dog.
Right. And then Roy says, in New York, it's hard to get your own school. He says, speaking of posting videos, I need to dig up the post about us in the mentality, or do you mean military?
Yeah, mentality.
Because it said mentality. And then Belinda says, credit only from the small town stores owned by black people. Yeah, but how many of those stores are around, though?
Right.
You know, I live in... Riverside's a fairly big city. I guess.
Riverside's almost...
I'm trying to think, do I know of any black liquor stores? I don't think I do.
All Arab.
And I think there's maybe 1 or 2 black restaurants in the city I live.
That you know.
3 that I know of. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you want to go to a real black restaurant, you have to go into L.A.
And that barbecue spot, Mission Ground Barbecue...
Closed.
No, it's open.
Oh, it's open.
But remember, it used to be right across from the Mission Inn. The Mission Inn is this big historic hotel, and they eminent domained him. You know why?
Oh.
Because they didn't want his barbecue pit out there.
Exactly.
So the good people wouldn't see his barbecue pit. So they moved him. Mm-hmm. But so that's the one that comes to my mind. And so to your point, Belinda, like, God forbid I was in that situation, I don't even think I can go to a black store, because I live around a bunch of Hispanic stores, and
we're inundated.
They're going to be like, no, can't help you.
Mm-hmm. We're inundated.
And that's just the truth. And Al says, I once asked God how long is 1,000 years. He said a minute. So I then asked him how much is $1 million. He then said a dime. So I asked him, can I have a dime? He said, MF, wait a minute. Stupid. And Earl says, Donovan, stop it. I don't know what you did this time. And Amanda says, I'm here. And so the reason why I was saying this to you, Amanda, is about the schools. Is that as you being a teacher for 1,000,000 years, would you agree that is not your job to teach the child everything it knows? Should it not come to school knowing something?
Right.
And you're just the enhancement of what they're going to learn and what they've already learned. Am I wrong? And then Belinda says, I said this should serve as a wake-up call for people to do better. Yes. Like,
how long have we been sounding the alarm?
Yeah, but everybody has. But then it's like, I just think we as a people, we don't get it until we're there.
Right.
Until, like,
survival mode kicks in.
Yeah, survival mode. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's like we're about to be killed. So now.
I would never be in a position, and I say knock on wood, not even get leg, knock on wood. If I had to get to the point to where my baby was going to starve because I was waiting on somebody to hand me some money, I couldn't imagine being in that situation. I mean, I would do a lot of things to make money, but I wouldn't do that thing. But I would do a lot of things. I would try to, because my dad always talks about how we as humans only use 4% of our brain.
Absolutely.
So at some point in time, and that's probably where a lot of those millionaires came in from the Great Depression, you tap into that 96% of the brain that you're not using and say, okay, what do I got going on here? What can I use? What can I do?
I have a quick suggestion. Times are getting tough for everybody. Isn't it funny now? People are going into their closets and stuff to sell stuff on eBay and make that extra money. We are the only country predominantly that has storage facilities. We're paying for money for stuff that we don't even use.
And ain't gonna use.
Exactly.
Just
and now,
junk.
So now people are waking up and saying, let me go in here and get rid of this stuff and try to make some money off of it.
And then so, Earl, you say you live in California, number one in housing. New York is...
New York is expensive. Oh,
you
Lord.
said 1A is New York. Stop delaying your trip. It will be all white. Well, I mean, true.
It's rough. I mean, New York is woo.
I don't know. I think New York is weird. New York is. I think it's worse than California.
Yeah. That's why those people ain't got no cars.
Yeah, I was reading an article saying that people in New York are moving. They said that it's like to the tune of 134,000 people last year moved from New York to other places, Pennsylvania, California, Atlanta, different places because they just can't afford. They said they were just working to survive, working to pay rent. That was it. Mm-hmm. No livelihood or any of that kind of stuff. And then so Amanda says, I paid $2.03 for a gallon yesterday. Well, look at you.
That woman is so fine.
We're paying what, $2.80?
Yeah, $2.89, something like that.
Right, so we're getting there.
And that's the cheap USA gas.
Right, now I got to go to Arco though.
Yeah, Arco has a little additive in there.
Ping, 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 ping in your engine. That's because you go into that watery stuff, okay? And then Earl says, in Newark, only 2 black stores downtown. Like,
wow.
And isn't Newark pretty big?
No, it's kind of small in Jersey.
I mean, but there's a lot of concentration. Well, maybe not big, a concentration of black people back there, right?
In Newark, yeah.
How is that? There's only 2 stores.
Yeah.
Like in California, it is mostly Hispanic, so I get that.
Southern Cal.
Yeah, Southern California, right? It's mostly Hispanic, so I think in California.
Yeah, California in general, but
I get that. There's mostly Hispanic businesses, but I mean, seriously, like if we were gonna. Like, if we didn't have no food, like back in the day, they had a bartering system. Yeah. Yeah, I got some chicken, you got some.
Hey, that bartering system's still in effect. You just got to get with the right chick.
Okay, but let me tell you something. Okay? Let me break down what Donovan just said to y'all, because I don't think y'all caught that. He's basically saying women are going to have to barter the goods for
survival. For some survival.
But I would say this, where there's more of a supply, the demand ain't going to be all that. You're going to be selling that for like $2.
$2, exactly.
Because it's everywhere. That ain't exclusive.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But now you could probably get that R. Kelly stuff real young and, not like underage, but like 18, 22. They want to get their nails done. They
Donovan lost his damn mind.
No, I'm just saying the facts because we're in a situation of survival.
Well, and let's just say this. Even if you got to that point, I mean, now
the kids got to eat.
We're not quite there yet, although I'm sure there's some people who are
on
doing
the fringes.
That. However, let's figure out how to steer away from that, because that's like, I would never do that.
Never say never.
Listen, there's a lot of people out there who are doing that. As of a month ago, they would have never thought about doing that.
Right.
And while we joke, there is some woman out there, probably the deaconess of the head deaconess of the church somewhere, because she can't go get no money from the church because the benevolent fund is tapped out.
For some reason.
Deaconess of a church, probably as of last night, turned some tricks to feed her babies. Or,
she called that old boyfriend, hey, by the way.
Right. Or what, she would have never done that before. I mean, I'm not even joking, like dead serious. And so Amanda says we should move to Asia. It doesn't cost much to survive there. What they are doing is getting all the black dollars and shipping them there to their families over there.
Sweetheart, I told you we need to move to Vietnam. We can live in the hotel. $30 plus a free breakfast in the morning.
Said his money is good everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
I was there. It is inexpensive. That's why I always go to Asia.
I don't know if I would want to go to Asia, but I mean, I don't think they want us in Asia.
You'll be surprised. Black women are a commodity. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, then wait till a boatload of us show up over there, okay?
Yeah, that's different. No, then there's a problem.
Too many.
Yes, then there's a problem. You go. You leave.
Right. Oh, yes, I want to see that. Thank you for reminding me. Or it says Killer Mike's new show, episode 1. He tried for 3 days to shop
on Hulu?
black on Netflix. It came on Friday, right? Thank you. So I got something to watch when I get home tonight. Yes. Thank you so much for reminding me. I want to watch that. And so Marcus says, an eminent domain is why investing in America and rebuilding in a city will never work, because once you make something worthy, they will arrange the law to own it and benefit from it in a big way. Yes. Also, where the Metrolink is down there in Applebee's and stuff right out there. Yeah. A black man owned that. I mean, it was probably like
and they took it
a half a mile worth of land. And they, being a city eminent domain, this guy, they took his land. They offered him a lot of money, but it was his. Right. He had a little business on there. Yeah, and he took it. They have to give him a fair price. Yeah, but it's mine. Yeah, but what if he didn't want to sell it? And he didn't, so they took it. They eminent domain.
And the funny that you say that is right here in Edgemont, California. This is commercial land use, and the real Edgemont, where the houses are looking like that. Those houses look like that, and they don't invest, is because the city is supposed to put warehouses in this area.
And who wants to live by a bunch of warehouses?
Right, but that's where the city was designed when the city came up, and that's, people are waiting to get bought out, and they don't want to buy us out.
Right. Yeah. And so I already said there was World War II. He said, take his mic. You doing something to piss off? So we know him as Sydney. Hey, our son, where you been? He says, exactly. That's why I don't post much anymore. We cannot stay on complaining mode. One thing I have noticed, by the way, Donovan's football announcement was so funny. And the look he said, let's see, go back. Go all the way back. Good Lord. He said the look you gave him when he did it, laugh out loud. The two of you are quite an entertaining item. I tell you, I love you too. Anyway, and we love you. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. It was just a small observation. It's that whenever something terrible happens to us, when they attack us, quote unquote, young black kids shot dead from nothing, etc., we come online and complain nonstop. We concretely do nothing. They take note of that. We only look weaker. I feel like they're taking our pulse, testing our limits constantly. In theory, I think they would be scared if we only met in person and said nothing on social media because they panic wondering what we're really up to. It's like somebody hurting you and wanting to make sure you're okay, but you aren't going to retaliate. Best case scenario, to not be in it. So it goes back to what you guys said. Be proactive instead of reactive. Absolutely. And that reminds me too of a good point. Excellent point. I had a conversation with a white guy who was very, 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 very racist. It's a long story how I even got into the conversation with him. But, I mean, he was talking bad about everybody. He was talking bad about black people because he was talking to a black woman, but I'm sure, behind my back, I was like, nigger.
Uncle Sugar. I'm sorry.
Who knows Uncle Sugar?
I'm sorry. It's an inside joke for you guys that don't know.
Listen, if I had to sell it, it wouldn't be to Uncle Sugar, okay? Okay? I don't want none of Uncle Sugar's. Shut up, G. Shut up, okay? But anyway, he was saying that black women are very resilient. He says during this economy, this shutdown, he said black women gonna be all right.
They're gonna be all right
because you guys are resilient and resourceful. You guys know how to make things work. He said, but it's everything else. And he specifically, this is a white man saying white women. He said their heads are gonna pop because they're gonna be distraught, not know what to do. Right. So, but I heard what he was saying. But what the other part that he didn't say, but I heard him say was, "We watching y'all."
Right.
We're watching you guys.
Right.
We have like you said, Arson. We have our finger on your pulse, and we know that. Now you guys can argue with me if you want to. The black woman is probably one of the strongest members in the black community. I mean, we can argue if you want, but that's just my opinion. Black women are just very strong. We've had to be for a very long time, and so if you take out the black woman, then everything else is free for all. And so, like I said, while he was saying that, I was like, well, why are you paying attention to black women so tough? What's really going on here?
Because Uncle Sugar.
No, ain't no Uncle Sugar. But if you look at the things that are going on with black women in the media getting abused. I mean, we saw a fully grown white man, 6'5", I think he was, punch the crap out of a little black girl.
Yeah.
I mean, just laid her out. Like, why is this? Listen, let me shut up. I almost said too much. Be quiet. I don't want to be accused of nothing. Be quiet. Earl says, Amanda, do something. Just do something.
Please do something.
Here in Houston, there was a black man who wanted to own a black-owned soda company, so he had a dream. He drowned in the ocean of soda. Come to find out, it was just a fantasy.
I like it. I like it.
Corny.
He's a throwback.
Yeah.
Throwback.
And Earl says, only watch episode 1. Okay, so we'll just watch episode 1. Is there a bunch of episodes on there? And so, I'm just not into posting repeatedly anymore. I'm just not into that. Look at what happened. White people don't like us.
Right.
Oh, look what they're doing
to
us.
I mean, is that because, are you frustrated that the message is not being assimilated? Or are you just frustrated that people rather just see foolishness?
I'm frustrated because, as Arson said, we're just going to keep posting, but there's not an end game to the posting. There's not a solution to the posting. There's not, this big burly white man punched this black girl in the face. Okay.
What's the solution? Stand
up. Let's unite. His address is whoop-de-whoop-whoop. We meeting over here at 5:00 and we going to deal with this devil.
Yeah,
there's no action plan.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because my Uncle Bennett, Winsome's husband, Aunt Winsome's husband, he says that he listens to your show. And so that, if he's listening to you, then he knows that you must have some messages. Yes. But he said that anybody can pick out the problem. He goes, we're the solutions.
And that's why I stopped posting.
Right.
Because it's like, I don't want to be one of those people who just keep posting, oh, look what they're doing to us, oh, look what they're doing to us. No. Because, like, are we waiting for, like, a justice fairy to come out the sky?
Transformer. Bumblebee.
Is this justice fairy going to appear out of nowhere and say, okay, I'm here to go right that wrong since you posted about it. Wait right here. I mean, like...
Because we know Maxine and the Black Caucus ain't doing
Watch
shit.
your mouth about Maxine Waters.
I'm just saying the Black Caucus ain't doing it. NAACP ain't doing shit.
Oh, you really done went too far.
The Urban League ain't doing nothing.
You done went too far.
These are just groups giving each other awards and stuff like that. So.
You went too far.
I'm sorry. Well, I got to call for what it is.
Watch your mouth.
What's the NAACP done in 65 years? What have they done for us in 65 years?
Well, I know they've been denouncing a lot of people, including Angela Davis. They denounced her. I know they denounced Farrakhan. So they, you know, watch your mouth.
Okay, sorry.
And then, let's see. And then he said, and watch episode 5. So you're saying the other ones in between aren't good? Okay. And then also, so speaking of Black women, I need your input. Why is it that at the time they show more and more couples of Black women with white men in different movies and shows?
Always.
That's because, like, I don't have, like, documented proof of this, but that's to say, Black women, you don't need your man. Come over here and get with this man. Also, continuing to make the Black union weaker. I mean, that's been happening since, as most people know, since the women's lib in the 60s and all that. The Black family unit has dilapidated. And so now it's saying, your man is no good. There's always been an assault on the Black man. And now even just, I mean, listen, I know R. Kelly is not a popular thing, as I said, and I'll say it again. I believe he is a predator. But this is what I want to know, you guys. And maybe you guys can help me out on this, okay? I get that R. Kelly should pay his dues for what he has done. Allegedly. Because we weren't there,
yeah,
okay?
we have to say alleged. He was
But
acquitted.
what I want to know is, like, what's the end game for him? Do we want to destroy him completely to where he can't make a living? He can't fend for himself. He can't feed himself. And so then we have another Black man out there because he's not in jail. It'd be different if he was going to jail. But we're going to have a free Black man on the streets not able to feed himself, take care of him. Like, what is the end game?
Yeah, he already lost his record label drop.
And so,
Friday.
To me, it says that there's a bigger assault. Because, listen, there's no doubt in my mind that none of these white people give a damn about those Black women. Because if they cared about those Black girls that R. Kelly was abusing, they'd have stepped in long before now. This has been going on for over 20 years.
He's making them money, so they're going to keep him on the plantation.
So they don't care about them. I think let's just take him down, and we continue to allow them to take down our men, especially our men, and we jump on. We pile on them, taking them down, and then do nothing.
You know, well, here's the funny thing. It's funny in these documentaries. You know, like I said, I believe R. Kelly did what he did, whatever, but the rule of law says he's whatever. Those women never tell you some of them got checks.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they never tell you that.
And that's another thing, too, just not to belabor the whole R. Kelly thing. I think R. Kelly should be able to tell his side of the story, whether it's true or not. Because I'm one of those people, I want to hear everything. Yeah. I haven't watched any of that stuff, but I mean,
me neither.
Back to Arson's point, I mean, it's like, I think they're showing a lot of that to say, hey, Black woman, you don't need your Black man.
Look at these dirtbag Black men. That doesn't incorporate all Black men.
You don't see as many white women on TV with Black men as you do Black women with white men. I'm not saying
Scandal.
You don't see it.
Big example.
Yeah, but you see it more the other way around. Yeah. So that's a good question.
Yeah, Scandal. The woman rather be with the president's side chick versus that Black senator's. Yeah, versus that Black senator's wife.
Right. And it already says he got silly on episodes 2, 3, and 6. Okay, so thank you.
I'm going to check that out.
Right. Hey, Delicia said, there's always paid attention to Black women. They love us. Remember our history, specialize us, and they want us to care, cook, nurse, and raise their children. Facts, no, absolutely.
Oh, I could attribute that as a military member. We had guys going over to Germany, and the first thing they did was run to the red light district and got them some sisters. And these are guys that I thought,
some sisters.
Yeah, I mean Jamaican, the Jamaican chicks down there working in the red light district, and these are guys that were like king rednecks. And I was shocked.
Oh, don't get it twisted.
I was shocked.
They all want them some chocolate.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Don't get it twisted.
I was highly shocked.
They gonna deny that out in public.
Yeah, stateside, you got the big old fat Becky, but they over there, they're getting in them prime sisters.
Please. Yeah. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, when I was in New York, I would see, when I first got there, I saw Black women strolling around white kids. And I'm like, what's going on
nannies
here? And somebody said, those are nannies. Because in Manhattan, it was everywhere. And I'm like, they got these Black women caring for their white children.
Oh, yeah. Good old days.
Right. And this was like, I'm not that old.
Yeah.
This is, 15 years ago.
Right.
Okay?
Good old days.
And Al says, you and Donovan show is the cornerstone for the black community and the media. You both, Donovan laughs. You both epitomize and quantify the institutional possibility of black communication. Thank you both for being the potential
prognosis. No. Al, he's always doing that.
Some shit.
This is what happens when you don't learn to read.
No, I knew he was going to throw a word in there I couldn't say. He think he's slick. Right. But you know what? Thank you.
Thank you. And we thank you for those checks that need to be coming in so that we can expand and get some reporters on the streets.
Right. Marcus says, I like much of the humor and relaxed manner in which we dialogue.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know what? Don't forget Marcus, because Marcus makes a lot of this happen too.
Absolutely.
But this is not going to be funny much longer. Absolutely. The AR-15 is in millions of white households, and that shows people organizing. Organizing for something, and we can say what we will, but if you got to get prepared to fight a war that's already started, being good chances are you're already going to lose that war in a big way. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that too, Marcus, because I always hear people, especially us, say, it's going to go down. I wish somebody would, and this, that, and the other. It's like walking tall and talking tough.
Right.
But it's like, let's say the war goes down. What are we going to do?
Nothing. Like we never did.
Well, we go, like you said, they got AK-15s and all this other stuff.
White
they
people are heavily armed.
And we walk around talking about, I wish a nigga would. I mean, what is that going to do for anybody?
Exactly.
And so, but you're absolutely right. We need to start thinking about those things, preparing. Like, listen,
that's scary.
I know if it goes down, I'm coming over here to Donovan's house.
Yeah, I have a few things.
I'm coming over here like, what y'all gonna do? Huh?
Yeah. And y'all got to remember, I'm fully stocked with a lot of trees and apples, oranges, and stuff.
Just give me some of that camouflage stuff you got on, and I'll be good.
You just take this gun.
Right. And then Earl says, I watched Talking Reckless about. He said, he said he was talking. I think he was talking about you talking reckless about Auntie Maxine.
Oh yeah. I know a lot of people love Auntie Maxine. I loved her too 30 years ago when she was supposed to do something, and now her district is the worst in Congress if you look it up. It just is. I mean, and she's a millionaire. How did that happen?
The millionaire fairy fell out the sky. And then Earl says, it seems to me Kelly is going to jail.
Based on what evidence? Because you can't be tried twice for the same crime.
Well, then they're trying to find new stuff.
Yeah. There's a new girl that came up with some allegations and stuff. And
then Belinda, she says, I agree. He needs to address this issue. And I'm not saying give him a platform, because, like I said, I think he has done some predatory things. I mean, I think we'd be foolish to say, he's innocent, because we don't really know that. But there's too many people saying he did the stuff.
And another thing is, it's not just R. Kelly. They need to bring some of his entourage and the people around him at the record company and whatever. Accountable. I mean, he can't go by himself.
I think he should be able to tell his side of the story. He tried to have a Facebook page, but they shut the man down. They shut that down,
because it goes against Facebook rules.
Yeah, how though?
You can't disparage like a person's reputation and stuff like that.
I mean, I've seen people twerking butt naked. Yeah. Oh, not that I was looking for it, but twerking butt naked on Facebook and a whole host of other things, and that can't be on there.
No, and then your boy with the hip boots, they're getting on his page too.
Super bitch. Okay, we gonna guys. Don't let how much time we got. Don't let me forget about super bitch.
Yes.
And I'm not. This is not something I'm making up. Super bitch. Okay, we gonna get into super bitch. Okay, don't let me forget super bitch. All right, Delisha says exactly. He's not in jail because he's making them so much money. He should be in jail, and the key thrown away. Yeah, I mean, I agree. If he did those things, that's where he should be.
But
I don't defend R. Kelly at all.
No, and I'm with her too. But who buys his music predominantly? We do.
I mean, and so they kicked him off the record label. Honestly, like, I'm in public relations, so I'd be thinking about some things. I don't know if I'd ever work with R. Kelly if he's writing enough money. I'm just kidding.
Business.
But it's him getting kicked off the label is actually ingenious for him, because he didn't own any of his music. So now they disassociate themselves from him.
He can re-own his publishing.
Independently, right, and do his thing. And let's be honest, R. Kelly still has a fan base.
Yeah, people are going to buy it.
Not that I'm trying to tell him what to do. But.
I mean, he's off Spotify, even though we were picked up. I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah, but I mean, he can. Hell, how did MC Hammer do his stuff? He distributed his stuff out of the trunk of his car before Spotify,
right.
YouTube,
Eazy-E, all those
any
guys.
of that stuff. So he has a fan base. Yeah. We'll see.
And I've seen those concerts, nothing but women in those concerts.
Right. And then Earl says, nope, I am representing Kelly. Keep your damn mouth shut. All right. And Al says, Trump believes food stamps run the world. I know a few people a few crackheads and a thug that will steal the whole meat market will stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much they selling it for? I'm a vegan. I can't have it.
But speaking of Trump, though, he has a reputation of not paying people for work done. So is this anything new?
Don't spend all your money yet.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like he's used to stiffing people. Right. So what's the big surprise here?
Hey, Patricia, you said what mental, emotional, and spiritual help is Kelly getting? And that's another thing, too. Ayala refused to talk to him, but it's like, you exploit black people every other episode. Why not have R. Kelly on it? I don't care what nobody say. I know it might be some Ayala fans out there. I do not like Ayala. I like some of the things she does, but overall, Ayala and I ain't gonna throw Oprah in this, but yeah, I'm gonna throw Oprah in this. Okay. They have got together and figured out how to make it work with the Ayala Fix My Life. All the black people on there exploiting their drama.
Notice all the shows that exploit people, or mostly black people. Maury, Jerry Springer. I mean,
Maury has made a killing. A killing. And Ayala's in the same boat. But you don't want to help R. Kelly.
Paternity Court.
Some of the most crazy people on her show. And you don't want to help R. Kelly?
Right.
Okay, Earl says, why you shocked? Donovan studied history. Rape, you call you in the N-word. Okay, I read it just like rape, you call you the N-word. So I think I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think you're talking about somebody else will do that to you. He says we talking a big game. So hearing feds charges. Okay. And Al says, join me and Donovan as we tell the ratchet women since their sassy mouths did a lot of work this year. Go ahead and just file it on the tax returns as earned.
There you go.
I ain't reading that mess. And Marcus says the downfall of R. Kelly is that R. Kelly no longer believes in R. Kelly, like O-U-R, Kelly. Oops. Let's see. Remember the trial, the video and everything. A week later, ignition drops and all is forgiven.
All is forgiven. Yeah.
If he disappeared for 5 years later, 5 years later, millions would be laid before him. Yeah, I mean, but it seems like he was off the radar for a while, and then these allegations came up. Well,
it's funny that you said the ignition because that song and the other one
was written by the girl.
No. That song right now is back on the Billboard charts. It's back on the charts. It's not like number 10 or nothing, but it's back on the charts.
199.
So it's making that company money again. So. And
so, also speaking of super bitch, some women must know the egg doesn't swim to the sperm. Never propose to a damn man. You know what? What is wrong with you? And Marcus says she did not say she refused to talk to him. In fact, she said she refused to exploit him on her show because he will not be open in the way he needs to be to benefit from her services. Right, okay. Well, let's just say she did say that. How does she know he's not going to be open? How does she know what he's saying is not the truth?
Good question.
So she's already prejudged this dude. Have him on the show. Have him on the show and give him a platform since that's her specialty to help people. Have him on the show. And I mean, since she seems like she's a pretty good judge of character, then she could put her own take on it, but give him a platform to say, this is what happened or whatever the case is. I think there should be two sides to every story. So... to the topic you guys have all been waiting for.
Super bitch!
Dun, you guys know who super bitch is?
I do.
You know who super bitch is? Earl says the KKK, while raping black women, called them that hoe over there.
Thought.
Got it.
That hoe over there.
So super bitch is... You guys have probably seen him all over social media now. At New Year's Eve, he produced a video. It's the dude that's wearing a glittery shirt.
Half shirt.
A glittery half shirt with some black pants and some thigh-high pink boots. And he's flipping and he's twirling around. And he says, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit. If a man wants to try to play me, he's going to whoop, whoop, whoop. And he's doing all these flips. And then if a woman wants to play me, I'm going to do. He does all these flips and he pulls his gun out and all this other nonsense. And so he went viral.
Sure did.
Super Bitch. And listen, I'm not calling him that because that's what I think he is. That's his name. Mm-hmm. It's Super Bitch. Went viral. And now,
dun, 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 dun.
The biggest super bitch of them all, Lee Daniels, is going to produce a movie with Super Bitch.
Get out of here. Get out of here. We've been in these streets for 3 years and we can't get a deal?
Because you should have put on them damn boots.
Hell no.
If you would have put on them boots and start doing that martial arts stuff, we would.
Something to consider.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying. But so anyway, Lee Daniels.
Get out of here. Oh, that's right, because Lee Daniels said he was going to do something like that.
Yeah, Lee Daniels is producing. He said he says, it's my dream. It's my dream. It's going to come true. I've always wanted to produce a movie with a gay superhero, and here he is. Like, I'm putting a lot on and some extra pictures, but that's what he said.
Oh, my God.
So, in the near future, you guys are going to be privy to a movie with Super Bitch. I don't know if that's what they're going to call it, but that's the superhero.
Is it going to be a movie? Because wait. I can't see any major studio backing this.
Are you kidding me? A gay black man?
Now, maybe on Netflix or something like that, but I'm talking about a major studio behind it.
Lee Daniels.
Theatrical release.
It's going to be on, what do you call it, the IMAX at the theater. Super
in
Bitch.
San Francisco. Or Atlanta.
Everywhere it's going to be 3D Super Bitch coming right at you, okay?
Wow.
And listen, I wish I was joking. I'm serious, you guys. Lee Daniels is going to produce a movie with Super Bitch, a gay dude. Now listen, no shade to gay people. But a movie with Super Bitch twirling around, saving the day. Hey. What did you say his shtick was?
Oh, his shtick was he's walking with this female.
No, he said his lady friend.
Yeah, his lady friend. And somebody looks at his lady friend, and then he goes and beats him up.
Yeah, that's his shtick. But it's.
But it's like, okay, look at this dude. Nobody's looking. You're not with her. Everybody knows you're not with her.
You're not with her, okay?
Yes.
But so, the reason why I'm bringing this up, you guys, is... So, Arson, you asked earlier about the white guys, the black women with the white dudes and this, that, and the other. I firmly believe that there is a full-fledged assassination attempt on black manhood. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. And Donovan doesn't think that this movie is going to be on the big screens. I'll bet you right here, right now, in front of everybody, that movie is going to be on the big screen.
I will bet you right now $50.
That it won't.
That it won't be on the big screen theatrical release. Bet you
Me and Donovan are shaking hands.
Yes.
That movie is going to be, hell, if they put something like Precious on there, and trust me, Super Bitch is coming to a movie theater near you.
Now, I do believe it might be on Netflix or Hulu or something like that.
I think it's going to the big screen. Hollywood would love nothing Hollywood would love nothing more than to put a gay dude. No shade to gay dudes, because there's been a lot of gay dudes in movies, but a black gay dude in thigh-high pink boots and a glitter shirt for 90 minutes, flipping around, talking about bitches, I'm super bitches, and and you know what the crazy part is? I love black women, I'm a black woman, but you know the crazy part is? It's going to be us sitting in that movie theater. It's going to be full of black women, because I've seen a whole host of black women co-signing that stuff. I want my money.
Well, I hope that.
I want my $50.
I hope the shutdown won't last until that thing. If it does, you have a whole bunch of black women out there selling ass.
And they'll be watching. They're gonna watch Super Bitch. Okay.
Gotcha.
And so let's see. I didn't mean to go off on it, but I just wanted y'all to be aware of that, so you can say I told you. And Marcus says because she had a conversation with him and his people, and that's what they ended the conversation on, his inability to be open and be honest. Okay, well, I stand corrected. So they did have a conversation, and basically they felt like he wasn't going to be honest. Okay, I guess that's
well. Do you remember that Ed Gordon one where he was like, Ed Gordon asked him, "Are you into?" No, was it Torre? Asked him, "Are you into women?"
He got his nerve.
Wait, and then R. Kelly was like, "What do you mean by young women?" Like 19? He's like, it's crazy.
You said Teray asked him this?
Well, it was either him or Ed Gordon. It's one of the other.
Because I know Teray is out of a job.
He's out of a job.
I mean, and the stuff the girl said he did was gross.
Yes.
Disgusting.
They start getting high off their own supply.
And he was sitting his happy black ass up on the documentary, from what I understand, chastising and castigating R. Kelly. Did you not think that your chickens were going to come home?
Now, remember, he's in a relationship, so...
What they got to do with him saying the stuff he was going to do to this lady? Yeah. I mean, it was disgusting. And so anyway, okay, so thank you, Marcus, for that. And Al says, no matter how bad things can be, my stepdad was sure to do something to make it look good by comparison. Really. And then Patricia said, yes, two sides of every story. Absolutely. Let's hear both sides. You know, he can come on here.
Yeah, we're gonna invite him over here.
We're gonna send a message to R. Kelly, you guys, and have him on here.
And Sparkle, see, I want to hear what she's got to say.
And Sparkle, and see if they'll, tell us their side of the story.
I'll fly you to Chicago if we need to.
All right, y'all heard that. And with my $50, because you,
with your $50.
I should have said, and not only will you pay me $50, you got to go watch Super Bitch.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You got to go watch Super
As
Bitch.
a military man, I cannot be caught in those kind of areas.
And then, so I already said, I have not seen it. Now that I've told you about it, you're going to see. He says, I'm done. He says, the fuck? Shaking my head. And Arthur says, R. Kelly is a whole other story. What did he...